Welcome back, guys. If you just tuned in, you just missed the top 32 feature match, the first match in the knockout portion of the tournament. 1,600 players started yesterday, bright and early. Now it's just 16 left standing, and one of them is going to be Marcello Barberi, who just kicked out his countryman Marco Acerbis.
Now, was there any doubt that Marcello was really going to be advancing
Yes,
here?
there was.
Really?
When we saw the third or fourth instant fusion, I think I started to doubt a little bit.
Yeah, I must admit, I had a bit of doubt in my mind, but Marcello absolutely showed us there's no need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no need for that doubt.
Most importantly, seriously, in the first game, it did not look like he could win this. It
No.
seriously did not look like he could win this. He would just hang in there. He's like, I'm just gonna try and stay in this. And even when we saw a bit of a misplay from his opponent where he performed an action that wasn't possible, Marcello still didn't let his emotions get the better of him or anything like that.
Yep.
And in the end, he was rewarded with a victory.
Yep.
Right. There is a chance we might be able to go to our second feature match. All right. So, the second feature match is currently tied at 1-1. There is a judge call involving the head judge, so there's an appeal as well. That's going to be resolved, taking a few minutes. And then after that, we're going to move them, well, if they're both still in the tournament, but I think it's fair to assume that is the case. After that, we're going to move them over to the feature match table and continue with our second feature match. And I can produce those deck lists from right here, where we got Torben Wahl from Germany, playing Shiranui Zombie, going up against Eugen Haidt, European champion 2014, 14, 15,
14.
1 or 2 years ago.
I think 15.
Why do you think 15?
We're going to look it up. Who is playing
was
Paleozoic?
It was 14.
All right.
Last year was Dublin.
Quickly, the second game.
Yeah,
Marcello was fighting
Marcello.
back, hanging in there, winning the first game.
Yes.
Second game. Very different.
Yeah, but still, I don't think it was. It wasn't necessarily kind of over and done with right away. There was still a bit of backwards and forwards.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, that was a really, really great game. They both just had that kind of backwards and forwards, and yeah, we keep seeing this. I've said it so many times. They just keep kind of clashing all of their resources and then running on.
The second game
the
was, of
fumes.
course, where Marco started with an anti-spell fragrance
Yeah.
and a Dark Law on the field, and you think, like, in many cases, this is like, okay,
Yeah.
game over. And
Double twin
twin twisters.
Yeah.
First one got negated by Totally Awesome. Second one resolves. Then a Dark Hole. It's just left with one card in hand.
Union
Yeah,
Hanger.
that's correct. That is Union Hanger, and Marcello is back in this. So
Yeah.
suddenly he's back in this, but then Marco turned it around again. It was quite cool actually to see this going
Yeah.
back and forth like this.
Real pendulum of resources.
Of
there.
emotions.
Yeah, of emotions.
It was a real
Right.
pendulum of emotions.
Right, guys. I've just seen the question. I don't know exactly when we're going to move to the second feature match, so there's a chance we have to cut this short. But for the time being, we can try and start this for a second, because somebody asked about the top 32 deck breakdown. So let's quickly bring up the deck breakdown. This is at the start of day 1. Just a second. Okay, we try again. There we go. Okay, second attempt. So, Metal Foe's most popular deck, ABC, Hot Pursuit, Paleozoic, third place. That's the quick recap of what happened at the start of the tournament. After day 1, day 2, Metal Foe still in first place, pretty okay conversion rate, ABC losing some steam, Paleozoic moving up. That's enough, that's all you need to know. And now this is what the top 32 looks like. We
Wow.
predicted this, that Paleozoic was going up in relative numbers, but
Yeah, creeping up.
a bit. So now it's the Holy Trinity again at the
Yeah.
top of the field. Metal Foes, ABC, Paleozoic going toe-to-toe, and Awesome Hero, I think, is the most successful deck in terms of conversion rate.
Yes.
With 5 in the top 32, very good conversion rate. Blue Eyes White Dragon, 2 of them there, and then Lightsworn Mermaid, and 5 players actually went with other decks. So one of them, I was about to say Lightsworn, but that's not true, of course. I'm not 100% sure what we got there. Maybe we can see that when we go to our top 32 matches again. Okay, you guys cannot see it. We have one unknown deck here. so we haven't checked the decklist yet. Fotios Papadoliakos from Greece is playing Burning Abyss. We have a second player with an unknown deck, so we have to check the decklist again. Did we have Mermail? Did we mention that? Not yet.
Is that Callum Hinchcliffe?
Yeah.
Callum, yeah,
Ah,
Callum
yeah.
Hinchcliffe from the UK.
He plays Mermail
He's
always.
Also
always.
in the top 32, Lucas Bals, according to our information, is playing some other deck, so not something unknown where we're not 100% sure. He's like playing a different deck.
Yeah.
And Raphael Nevin, I think, is playing Paleozoic. He's not in the app yet. So I think Paleozoic has actually 7 decks in the top 32, if
Yeah.
Raphael is playing Paleozoic. Alright, this is what the top 32 looks like. Now, I can see from my second monitor that the feature match table is being prepared. So let's talk a little bit about this. We got Torben Wahl's Shiranui Zombie deck. That is the... Is that the OTK version?
Let's have a look.
I think somebody mentioned this to me, that it might be. We see the...
Resonator.
We see a lot of the cards that you need for the
Scapegoat.
Scapegoat. We see 3 Omegas, of
Chi-Wen.
course, that we always see in this deck.
Chi-Wen Jiaotu.
Yeah, a bit of.
I don't see. I do see Hyper Librarian, so it does look like the very
Yeah.
explosive version with 3 Omegas
Yeah,
to
definitely.
immediately lock your opponent out of the game. So yeah,
Yeah, it is.
looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Eugen, on the other hand, playing Paleozoic. The game is tied at 1-1. It's going to be a very
That's-
different game now because we're looking at the third game, which means both of these guys have exchanged a couple of cards from their main and side deck. Let's take you guys to the feature match table where Eugen and Torben are ready to get their game on.